Hey everyone, and welcome to Aniki, the podcast about anime with two brothers. I'm Ben.
And I'm Jack-o'-lantern Panic.
You're way too late for that.
What? Oh, yeah,
That
I
was
guess.
a while back.
I guess you're right.
You can't be a jack-o'-lantern at Christmas.
Well, I mean...
Unless you're Jack Skellington, are you?
No, that's just one of the funny names that Saitama calls Speed of Sound Sonic in this episode. I thought it was funny.
Oh. So, have any anime stuff since last time?
Anime stuff. Well, I mean, I played this sweet VN.
Oh, I'm scared.
It's called Valhalla. It's really good. On Steam.
Valhalla. I shall look that up.
It's not actually spelled Valhalla. It's VA-11 Hull-A.
Oh my goodness. Why has it got to be complicated like that?
I don't know, because it's kind of a gimmick. So, I mean...
So I
Love Guitars and the Nashville Skyline. It's an indie casual with nudity and sexual content. It's a VN. What is this?
What?
So anime.
I typed in V11 Hall-A.
Yeah.
And the top Steam result here is Cyberpunk Bartender Action.
That's it. That's the one.
Valhalla at waifubartending.com.
Yep. It's really good. It's got a good sense of humor to it and everything.
Are you a bartender?
You are. You're a nerd bartender.
Oh my goodness.
What is this? I don't know if I'm adding it to my wish list. Hello.
What is
love Guitars and the Nashville Skyline.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, this seems garbage. There's no user reviews. Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Seems really bad. Seems real bad.
Oh, this game has overwhelmingly positive stuff.
Yeah, no, Valhalla's real good. It's a good game. It's got some good jokes. But yeah, no, Valhalla's really good. Highly recommend it. I think Dan Kim's a fan of it as well, so there's another nerdy guy. It's made by some weeaboo from, like, Brazil.
Well, I gathered that from the waifubartending.com.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that it's by some weeaboo, yeah, no.
I watched Magical Girl Rising Project.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that? I thought it looked kind of garbagey, but...
So, remember when you said, this looks like a bad Madoka?
Yeah. It's a bad
Right.
Madoka? Yeah.
It's a bad Madoka.
That's what I thought. I just read the synopsis, and I was like, that sounds like somebody trying to be Madoka, but missing the point.
Okay, so I watched the first episode, and
to be fair, it's probably more similar to a bad Mahime, but...
kind of. It actually is more like Madoka. The first episode begins with scenes of bloodshed and stuff, which they should not have done. That's not how you do Madoka.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It has to be a surprise. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And so then some girl is playing a video game, and if you play the video game, then basically Cube pops out and says, "Hey, would you like to be a magical girl?"
What?
Then you are.
That's just the last Starfighter.
And then you got to go around. You got to do good deeds to collect stuff, and then hooray, you have stuff. I don't know what the end game is.
Nice.
But there are too many magical girls in the city now, even though the Cube thing made them. He didn't do his numbers right. So he has to cull them. And they're like, oh, well, if they leave, this is episode 2 now. If they leave, then they'll just not be magical girls anymore. But they don't just leave. They die. What a shock. What a shock. Yeah.
Shaku.
And they have to get rid of 8 of them. One of them's already dead.
Yeah, well. It's dumb. It
kind
sounded of dumb and hackneyed. Yeah.
Because I was kind of hoping that they were going to go do something original with it, but
no,
they didn't.
It's like, yeah, no, dark magical girls, got it. That's been a thing for a while now. Yeah, welcome to the party, guys.
And I mean, honestly, it's been done since Slayers.
Yeah,
and I'd rather you guys just do Slayers instead.
Sure. There was a new Slayers not too long ago.
There was. I forget what it was called.
I still haven't seen TSR, the Slayers redub. I hear it's really good.
I keep looking for it, and I cannot find it anywhere.
Yeah, well, such is the nature of these things. It's supposed to be really great, but hard to find. So, last week... Oh, I was going to talk about Orange, but I guess not. Oh, yeah, I was going to watch this. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe
you're going to watch this trailer. I don't know if that link actually goes anywhere.
Yeah, it went somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, turn down YouTube volume. It's too long.
So for those who don't know, I asked John last week about the Ghost in the Shell trailer.
Yeah,
the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. I dislike the phrase whitewashing. I think it is desperately overused and sort of misses the point in some of these things. But that's a rant for another day. So
yeah.
But I think
this is just impressions of trailer.
If there is an argument for whitewashing, this one might actually be up there. But let's take a look. All right, kimono. Yes. Oh no, that's good. No mask.
This is Major. I'm on site.
Well, I like those robot geishas. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
You're just stealing this from the original movie. Not that I'm that mad about that, but you know, you do what you can.
Yeah, they're definitely homages to the original movie.
Yeah.
You are the first of your kind, but you're not invulnerable.
Maybe next time you can design me better. Everyone around me, they feel connected to something.
I like these environs. They're really good.
Connected to something.
Aren't they?
Yeah, those backdrops are super great.
What are you?
You were dying. We saved you. And now you save others.
Words like violence break the silence.
I like that Bato design. That's pretty cool, actually.
I'm sort of surprised they actually pulled that off.
No, I know.
As well as they did.
I
Yeah,
know I have a past.
I also like the Chief's design.
yeah.
I'll find out who I was.
I'm very upset by the lack of Tachikoma.
Yeah, no Tachikomas.
Everything they told you.
They could have sold a whole
was
bunch
a
of plushy
lie.
ones here in the States.
Who are
Yeah.
you?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
I mean, it actually looks pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'm not terribly against it. Those environments are really great.
they are really great. If you don't know what we're talking about, they show the Skyline a couple times in, I guess it's Tokyo, and they've got like giant advertisements that are holograms.
Yeah, like it's very cyberpunk. Very good.
It's very cyberpunk, and it doesn't look dystopian, which is hard to pull off nowadays because everyone
Yeah.
wants to gravitate towards dystopia completely.
Yeah, where
And this rides the line like the original movie did.
Yeah.
Like, it's a futuristic city, but it definitely has seedy parts.
Yeah, like the cyberpunk that's presented in Ghost in the Shell, both the anime and the movie, is a lot. I wouldn't necessarily say hopeful, but it's a lot more mundane than what we tend to go for. We tend to go very dystopic with cyberpunk instead of, look, the world just keeps on chugging along. There are good parts, there are bad parts. Also, Tachikoma are adorable.
I don't know what the plot of the movie is, but it seems to draw a lot from the second Ghost in the Shell movie and the
which
second
I've
series.
not seen. The second series is not great.
The second series, I think, has the dude that like tries to mess with the Major's head.
Look, it's bad. The second series, the standalone episodes are phenomenal, but the complex episodes are not particularly good.
Mhm.
They're very. So what made the first one very interesting is all the amoral villains and the give and take, and like nobody's necessarily a straight bad guy. But the second series is, see this guy that looks like a bad guy? He's the bad guy. He wants to do bad guy stuff. He wants to like nuke the planet because he's a bad guy. It's like, well, that's boring.
That's what he does.
You were so interesting the first time, and this time you're just kind of very mundane.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if they were going to pull a plot for a westernized version of this,
Doing the Laughing Man plot is nearly impossible to do in a 2-hour film.
yeah, and plus, Western film audiences want a villain that has villain things. They don't necessarily want just a rehash of the first movie or the first series that's very, cerebral.
Yeah. Well, no. Arrival is supposed to be doing really, really well.
The only thing I don't like about this trailer is they make the Major question herself.
Yeah, which I don't like that. That's not her. She's extraordinarily confident.
She's really confident. I think there's only like one episode in the first Get Sacked series where she like even discusses her past.
Yeah, she knows what she's about.
Because she's like, yeah, this stuff happened to me when I was a kid, and then I became like this, and that's it. That's how it is.
Yeah, that movie also
I'm
implied
cool with
that movie also implies that she was roboted as an adult, which is not like she was real
not right.
ittle-biddle. Real ittle-biddle.
Also, to be fair, every single iteration of Ghost in the Shell seems to take place in an alternate universe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the movies take place in a different place than Get Sack, which takes in a different place than Rise, which may be taking a different take than this.
Yep.
I think that's my only major concern. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. Bato looks stupid. And
Bato, I think, looks actually pretty good.
they didn't use the original music. And
yeah, I will say that. The theme to that's like, well, you know, you could have done the cool Russian song. Like, that song's real good. Real good, guys. But
that's not actually a Russian song.
Oh, is it not? That? No, I did not.
It's actually archaic Japanese.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Huh, I studied archaic Japanese, too.
Let me look that up real quick.
Is this seriously? Doesn't sound like it. Sounds Syriac.
It's making... It does. I was very confused when I found out. Okay.
Like, I studied... technically I studied classical Japanese, and it's very similar to modern Japanese, to be fair. So unless it's a very old form...
It is pretty old. I doubt you can read this entirely, but just look at the kanji they used, that first one.
Yeah.
That's the kanji they use for I, and that is really, really, really old.
Huh.
No one uses that anymore. Let me see if I can find a translated version.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here's translated with Romanjis.
I always thought it was Russian. It sounds very Syriac.
I think they got... Well, it sounds very like the Romanian woman's choir that does a lot of the Get Sack stuff that Yoko Kanno did.
Okay, well, that's
she uses
possible
them a lot.
Like, that could be one of the reasons why
Romanian,
it sounds...
Ukrainian, one of the two.
That could be one of the reasons. It could be just Japanese being pronounced like a Syriac language.
Could be.
I mean, that would definitely make things sound funny.
But yeah, I'm still cautiously optimistic about this movie.
It doesn't actually look that bad, to be fair.
I really want it to do well. Like, even if they have to make some compromises to make the movie work, I'd be okay with that as long as it gets us live action Akira.
Seriously.
I really want a live action Akira. Because of all the anime that would translate really well into real life for a Western audience, Akira would work.
Well, that thing has had so many like bad false starts for America, for Western
they've
adaptations.
never gotten anything off the ground.
Well, it's because all the treatments that come out have been garbage.
Maybe they can push. Maybe they can push something.
Maybe they can make somebody who's not garbage into it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well.
I hold out hope.
But we should probably punch some ones.
Let's punch ones.
You want to take us away with Saitama reading in his bed after a week after he has well, I guess it's not been a week. It's been 5 days since he's become a pro hero.
Yeah, Saitama is hanging out in his apartment, laying down, reading his cockroach manga or something.
I guess it's Terraformers.
Could be. And he's getting very annoyed that Genos is in his house, living there now, and is keeping detailed notes on how to become a hero.
Well, he needs to know how to...
include laying around and reading manga.
He needs to know how he got so strong. How you get strong, man. Gotta figure out the secret.
Well, it annoys Saitama because he's like, I feel like I'm letting him down somehow.
I'm conning him.
I need to come up with something to teach him. Like, maybe I should just make up stuff. Teaching or some sort of theory.
This is where Genos at least lays down the truth, which is like, dude, you need to get off your butt, because if you don't do any heroic activity as a C-level hero for a week, they just drop you because there's too many of you. It's like, yeah, but there's been nothing reported on the news. It's like, dude, those are only the big monsters. C-level heroes like save kittens.
And you're not doing any of those things.
You're not doing any of those things. Like, I understand that you should probably be an S-class hero doing S-class things, which is responding to news bulletins, but maybe save a cat or two first.
Maybe catch a purse snatcher, or stop a robbery, or whatever you got to do, son.
Yeah, you do you, man.
So Saitama's like, well, crap,
I need to patrol the city.
I gotta do some stuff.
Time to suit up.
I don't need to be reading manga. And Genos gets up to help. He's like, no, you stay here. If you're with me, you'll get all the credit. I gotta do stuff myself.
I'll just be bumming off of some S-class guy.
And then Saitama's hit with some inspiration.
Aha! I love it. I only got this far because of my drive to be a hero. So what you need, Genos, is drive. You've made it as a hero, but you need to be better.
You're at the bottom of S-class. You need to get all the way up to the top.
Yeah, you gotta at least crack the top 10 S-Class heroes, because think about it this way. My strength training wouldn't even help you. You're a robot. So instead of strengthening your body, strengthen your mind and soul. He's like, I'm pulling this out of my ass, but I hope it's working.
And Gino's like, yeah, I gotta do that, man. That's amazing. I gotta come up with a plan to get stronger and train my mind and my body. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Thank goodness that worked. Off I go. On to patrol. And by patrol, we mean running as fast as he possibly can through the streets, hoping to come across something.
Hopefully. Maybe. I don't think he will.
Maybe.
I don't think he will.
He doesn't. He runs all the way through the town all day, and nothing is happening.
I like the look on his face while he does this. Because his eyes are just really wide and bloodshot. His teeth are girded. And he just runs all over the place.
Well, he's got to find something, or he's not going to be a hero anymore, which is all he's ever wanted.
But after a whole day of running at sunset, he has found nothing but a cat.
Yeah. There's people aren't even stepping on the grass they're not supposed to step on. What do I love here? Oh, yeah. I do like his catchphrase at the end of the day where he's just like, I'll leave tomorrow's problems to tomorrow's me. It's like, way to live, Saitama. Those are words to live by.
That needs to be a seal on something somewhere.
Yeah.
Coat of arms. By the way, do you happen to notice, this shows up in a lot of shows.
Yeah.
The sort of horn thing that happens at sundown.
Oh.
It's like two-tone.
Probably. That's a foghorn, but sure.
No, it's a little thing.
All right, yeah, maybe. I mean, I know the From the New World Symphony that plays when you're supposed to leave school.
Well, yeah, there's that, and then there's the thing where you cross the street.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things at sundown where they play this two-tone horn thing.
Not that
I don't know what that is.
I've not noticed it. They do lots of things by sound in Japan. I don't know. They're weird about that stuff.
Well, you know what happens in China when it's closing time, right?
I don't know. They tell you to work some more?
No, they play Kenny G.
Well, all right.
To get everyone out.
They play, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So we have our op. We get our title. The Terrifying City. This city is so far not very terrifying, turns out.
By the end of this, we're going to learn why it's so terrifying.
And Saitama's wandering through the streets again, trying to find something. And he runs into... Jack-o'-lantern panic? Is that what you were fishing for? Yes.
Can he just not remember names? Is he used to defeating everybody in one punch so he just doesn't have to remember anything about them?
I think so. Well, you have to remember, Speed of Sound Sonic didn't really make much of an impression other than, hey, I'm going to go really fast and then run my nuts into your fist.
And then sorry about the low blow, bro.
Yeah, well, Sonic has reappeared and he's like, dude, we are rivals and I am going to come for you and
we're going to fight.
Sorry, look, I'm busy. I'm just going to go. So
I love his threat. It's like, not only am I busy, not only do I have to find a purse snatcher or some bad guy to beat up within the next 24 hours, but I'm in a super bad mood. And that means anybody who gets in my way, gonna get punched. That is his only threat. His threat is, I will punch them. And do you see the title of the show? See how it says one punch, man? One punch? Yeah,
that's a pretty serious threat.
You will get one.
Speed of Sound Sonic does not like the fact that Saitama is ignoring him, so he pulls out his sword and runs at him from behind to slash off his head.
Yeah.
Because he's very good at removing heads.
Well, it doesn't work this time.
No, because Saitama whips his head around and bites the sword in twain.
What a shot. Who decided that was what we were going to do?
Well, he's going to attack him with a sword. How's he going to block it? Well, he's already caught it.
That's cool. So, I mean, we can't just have him catch it again.
Off.
What the heck, one? Where did you come up with that one? Where he just bites the sword in half?
Yeah, this is where
it's pretty cool.
Hey, anyone who gets in my way is gonna get punched.
Just don't mess
Sonic
with it.
Is like, oh no.
That's actually a threat.
So we're interrupted by a little girl who's like, there he is. There's the guy who's being a jerk.
Messing up our town, Willie.
And she is accompanied by the best hero in the entire league.
Tank Top Tiger.
This dude is amazing.
I love Tank Top Tiger.
Well, first of all, he has a tank top that
And it's got
has
tiger
stripes on it.
So does his hair.
So does his hair and his eyebrows.
Yeah.
He's also built like a mountain.
What are his powers? Is it just can
tank top.
suplex?
No,
it's
his
tank top. Sure.
Yeah, his tank top.
His power is tank tops.
So Tank Top Tiger walks over and is like, "Hey,
Yeah, stop it.
I'm here to put a stop to all of your rabble rousing." And Saitama's like, "Ha, Sonic, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna be in a jail cell."
They think you're they think you're the bad guy here. He's like, no, I'm talking about you, Baldy. It's like, what? Hey,
Oh,
what I do?
he's been running around with a scary look on his face since yesterday. That's what he's been doing.
Which is fair. Like if I were to see somebody running around Juanita just like looking mad constantly for 2 days straight, I'd be like, okay, now that's weird. Granted, I don't live in City Z that has like monsters popping out all the time and real life superheroes, so
Maybe he's all of his running around is like triggering people.
that's possible. Yeah, I mean that would definitely happen in Seattle. Yeah,
I really like how during this entire conversation, every shot lets you know that he's being talked down to.
oh, that's true. Yeah. You
Like,
get lots of
he's,
down
he's
shots.
always in
He's
the
shorter than
subservient
everybody.
position in this conversation, and everyone around, because there's a crowd that is gathered.
Well, because they all
Everyone
recognize
knows
Tank Top Tiger. Yeah,
He's a local legend.
he's Tank Top Tiger. He's in the top 10% of C-class heroes, so he gets recognized on the
Yeah.
street. I mean, look at him. How could you not recognize this guy?
So at this, Sonic has gotten more annoyed.
And he Bakuhatsu Shurikens. Tank Top Tiger.
Exploding shurikens right in the chest and basically kills him.
Puts him to sleep. Is the
And he-
euphemism we're using today. The crowd is actually now in a actual panic. And they need to go call a hero. Ignoring the fact that Saitama is here, they need to get a real hero to try and put down Speed of Sound Sonic.
If only they could find one. Where
Only they could
where
find
would you
one.
find one though?
Because then Speed of Sound Sonic is like, well, if you're not going to fight me now, then I'll do what people do to get fought by heroes. Be a bad guy. And he starts throwing exploding shurikens, not at Saitama, but at all the random buildings.
So basically he's going, "You are my rival. I'm going to kill everyone, even the younglings."
Even the younglings. So people start fleeing. There's a little boy who's about to have a car thrown at him.
And I like how Saitama, it took this much for him to be like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Well, he still doesn't even get it. He doesn't get it yet. After the car thing, he's just like, man, everything keeps coming up and I can't do my job of finding bad guys to fight. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Bad guys to fight.
there's one.
There's one. Maybe that'll work. I
I
love
like
the
how the shot of him looking up at Speed of Sound Sonic, and he's
Just-
basically an attack helicopter right now.
yeah, just throwing exploding shurikens on everything down below. It's like, oh, I guess Speed of Sound Sonic is a bad guy. Well, I guess I'll go punch him. We get a good cut to Speed of Sound Sonic. He's like, well, if you're not coming, I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna beat you up, Saitama. And then
He's right behind him. He's like, "I'm right here, junk."
he just karate chops him in the back of the neck to where he gets face planted in the ground. Very good. A+ on fight.
Yeah, this actually gets the attention of HQ. He's like, "Man, this guy has been a lot of trouble for us. You know, assassinations, random mischief, exploding shurikens."
Yeah.
But you know what's more weird is what's going on in the other part of the city,
The abandoned part nobody wants to go in. The ghost
Yeah.
town.
which turns out is where Saitama actually lives.
I love that. I'm a big fan. Because that's where all the monsters come from, is the ghost town part of Z City, which is where Saitama is. Though by the end of this episode, it's curious of whether or not the ghost town is bad because the monsters show up, or because of the destruction caused by Saitama murderating these monsters.
Little A, little B.
Little B.
So while we're at HQ, we take note that there is a very high level hero that is kind of annoying.
Tornado. She's like a little semi-lowly thing. Tsundere.
Yeah, she's
thing.
like this little tsundere. She's not really tsundere, but she's very overconfident, wants to get her way. She's like 10. She's some sort of esper.
Yeah. That's an ESP-er or a psychic.
Thank you. Apparently, she needs to be dealt with by very special words.
You gotta placate her.
Very very special handling.
Because their HQ is sending out some guys to check out Z City because of the reports. They're sending Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio, who are 2 A-level heroes, and I love them both.
Oh, we have to get to their names later.
Spring Mustachio is great.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get a whole bunch of names here in a minute.
So, right before the eye catch, we catch a glimpse of some seaweed dude.
Lady?
Just
Like
lady thing.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know what it is. It's seaweed. Seaweed with feet.
Yep.
Has shown up in a street in an abandoned part of town.
Infinite Seaweed has shown up, and then we get an eye catch of Tornado, I think is her name, the little Esper girl.
She's got a longer name, but colloquially, she's
Tornado.
She's Tornado.
It's probably like Esper Tornado or Psychic Tornado or Green Psychic Tornado Rising.
When we come back, we come to like a war room where everyone's getting briefed on the situation of, you know, all the different cities and how are the heroes doing in each
I love these heroes. I love how bad the heroes are in this world. They're like they're very similar to Dr. Horrible villains and heroes. They're very
amazing.
Dr. Horrible-esque.
My favorite here is the guy who is investigating City Q right now.
Oh, I love him. Watchdog.
Watchdog.
I love Watchdog.
Watchdog is a man who wears a dog outfit.
He is an S-class hero, and you would think like a wolf, like a werewolf dog. No, like a furry.
He's a furry.
No. It's not even a furry. It's not anthropomorphized at all. It's just a dog costume.
It's basically like a mascot costume, except normally where it would all be animal, he has a cutout for his face.
He just has a person head, and he stands on all fours. But I guess he's ridiculously strong because he's standing atop a mountain of bad guys.
Corpses.
Who watches the Watchdog is the real question. Well, I guess the Hero Association.
These guys.
Yeah.
So in City W, Class A hero Heavy Kong says nothing is there. And then we scroll along some of these people sitting around this table. We've got Mushroom Paladin Girl, whose name is Mushroom. And then we have...
what about Horsebone?
Horsebone.
I love Horsebone.
Who is basically BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, I was about to say.
In a suit.
Horsebone. All in English. Always English names.
Always. Well, this guy isn't. Lightning Genji isn't.
No, Lightning Genji's not, yeah. Well, yeah, but he's like a lightning samurai, so you gotta have that.
Oh, who else do we have? Oh, they're investigating that giant hole that Saitama put in the ground when he defeated the giant in episode 1.
Yeah, whoops.
Oops.
Yeah. You know, it happens. Sometimes he causes more destruction than is necessary, but, you know.
So right now, they're trying to mitigate any more of these kinds of things from happening because they've already lost 2 cities, and that's not cool.
Yeah, they want their, like, kaiju alerts. They need, they want an early warning system for these monsters because it's getting a little out of hand.
As they go around the table, they do catch a glimpse of Hammerhead, former leader of the Paradiser terrorist group.
He's applying for jobs. Good job, Hammerhead. You're bettering yourself.
He's still got a bandage on the back of his head.
Who made the report?
Sneck.
Your boy and mine, Sneck. I love Sneck.
I like how his name is literally Sneck.
Yeah, like
it's not like, just a weird translation thing.
Yeah, at the end of last week's episode, the little preview was him saying, "You might think my name is Snake, but people get it wrong. It is not Snake. It is Sneck." Very important. Sneck.
He's the hero we all deserve.
Sneck.
There is some stuff going on in City Z, and they have dispatched 2 of their finest to go and take a look.
A28 and A33, who are Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio,
respectively.
I love their outfits, both of them.
So Spring Mustachio
is a dapper gentleman. He's a dapper gent.
And then we have Golden Ball.
He's kind of a punk, like a Yankee. So, he's great.
I like how he is actually Golden Ball.
Yeah.
And if you know Japanese, you know Golden Ball translates to Kintama.
Okay.
Which means balls. Like the old nads, the plums.
I'm a fan of it. His family jewels, yeah. He's got a slingshot.
He's known for throwing his balls at things and breaking
He's good at it, yeah. He's good at breaking balls. And breaking bad with his balls.
There's a whole uninhabited section of town. And as you approach it, there are more and more signs saying, you know, beware of monsters, keep out.
Got a lot of monsters here. deal with it. There might be like a brood mother in here or something.
And you realize the more they walk, like, this looks a lot like the part of town that Saitama lives at. And they mention offhandedly, they're like, oh, actually, even though it's abandoned, water and electricity still work. And they say a couple people are still living around here like weirdos. Yeah,
because the rent's probably super cheap. And they get right to that giant hole that got put in the ground. I think that was when Saitama was pulled into the ground by Savage Sand Dragon or whatever his name was.
Or maybe when the mole men popped out of the ground.
Oh, that's true. It could have just been when the mole men popped out of the ground. The subterraneans, yeah.
Yeah, they find this hole in the ground, and then they are attacked by some seaweed.
More or less. After Genos's proximity alarm goes off, further proving that they are definitely in their part of town. Genos decides it's nothing worth worrying about, so he goes back to cleaning the toilet. Putting his hero skills to good work.
Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio are ready for action. And these attacks are pretty silly.
Well, I love their attacks. They're really good. They're very superhero.
They're very superhero, but they're still silly.
Oh, yeah.
So absolutely. Golden Ball fires a little ball out of a slingshot.
They are memory.
With a laser sight.
Yeah, it's like a memory metal. It remembers its previous shape, so it's a ball, but then it turns into like a small missile.
Doesn't do any good, because the leafy greens grab him and
pull him through like a drainage ditch. Man, it's gotta hurt. See, I think the humans of this world definitely evolved with monsters, so they're a lot hardier than your everyday average people.
They must have, because I assume that these guys are dead.
Yeah, but they're not. They're just knocked out. They tell us that later.
Well, Spring Mustachio has a much better time with the infinite Konbu, because he brings out a sword and starts slashing all little bits.
He pulls out a handkerchief, and then with a flourish, his sword poofs into existence from his handkerchief.
It's delightful.
It's very good. Very dapper. Very dapper.
So he and the bush of seaweed face off. There's a whole lot of parrying and counter parrying and
dodge thrust.
Dodge thrust. Well, then we get to the actual thrust. We find out what Mustachio's real skill is. And he takes his sword and it sort of curls into like a spring. Yeah. And then it launches forward like
it's a
mile.
It's his tomboy thrust.
Which actually damages the seaweed. Actually puts a hole in one of his leaves. He's like, oh, how terrible for me, I guess. Little does he know that Spring Mustachio has actually called for reinforcements.
Yep. He's reached behind his back and is calling reinforcements from Hero HQ, which does send out the all points bulletin alert for all other A-class heroes in the area. And this is where we learn that the heroes of this world suck.
Well, and we also learn why this dude is here. He's like, well, I heard there are a bunch of other strong monsters gathering in this area of town, so I figured I'd just check it out.
I think all the other powerful monsters that have come to this part of town have already been punched.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, well,
and I think he just means that the powerful monster is probably just Saitama.
That's also true. Very likely. There's a powerful monster here. Oh, it's him. Oh, he punches. Oh, that's bad.
We do get a shot of the monster's actual face, because so far he's been covered up ring style with seaweed in front of his face, just eyes.
He's got like a pumpkin jack head, but it's all black.
Yeah.
With crazy eyes.
HQ's freaking out because they've lost both their Class A heroes, and they're not really sure who else can show up.
Well, Gas Mask Cowboy, obviously.
Yep. There he is.
Or Fat Man over there, or Kung Fu Dude.
I want to know about this one guy. So they're next to Fat Dude and Cowboy Guy.
All right.
There's a man with like a towel on his head in the shape of a duck or something.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. He's got like a little blue coat on. I don't understand his head.
Well, he looks like, here you go. One of the villains from the putties from Carranger. He looks very similar to the putties from Carranger, which are colloquially known as Chromites, but that's because of a Power Rangers reference. But yeah, he looks like this guy.
Oh, he does look like that guy.
Yeah, those are the mooks from Carranger.
I see. Okay.
I don't know if that's supposed to look like a mook from Carranger, but he does. It's One Punch Man, so it's an even shot. Yes, no.
Yes, probably. So we cut back to
Spring Mustachio, and he is cut to bits.
Yes, he has been thoroughly bested.
His poor mustache.
Well, he still got it. It's still on his
got
face.
it, but it is frayed. Poor guy.
It needs some care.
He finally collapses after all the pressure, and Mugen Konda is very upset that she did not get to hear a hero scream, even after she finally beat up a hero. No screaming was involved. Very boring.
Like, this is really boring. And he turns around and he sees a lone figure coming down the road.
Is this another hero? Is this a civilian?
Or just a regular guy? Oh, it's just a bald dude in a tracksuit.
Oh, no. You gotta get punched. You're gonna get punched, son.
So he starts to attack him, and there's this nice shot of a slow motion attack with all these tendrils of seaweed that are coming to wrap around Saitama. It's Saitama.
Yeah, obviously. And Saitama's
with a
like,
really bored look on his face. He's like,
He's like, oh, crap. I forgot to pick up seaweed from the store. Damn it. Konbu. Yeah, Mugen Konbu is her name.
I forgot about that.
Nuts.
And then we insta-cut to
Saitama
boiling some konbu in a pot. And Genos walks in. He's like, hey, I saw a bunch of konbu out front.
It's like, yeah, I just happened to pick it up cheap from the store.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
This isn't the body of a monster that I found outside.
No, it's all right.
It's free seaweed.
Genos is like, oh, well, there's a internet rumor that Konbu can restore hair and is great for hair growth. But I've done some extensive research, and I know that this is fake. It's not a real rumor. I can send you those websites if you want. No one was talking
about hair.
Does Genos know he's trolling Saitama so hard? Does he ever actually get it?
No, he's so sincere.
We get here later in the episode, too, about some of the comments on Genos' picture. I'm just not quite sure.
No, I think Genos is just very, very earnest.
I think you're right.
We did find out that our two A-class heroes did not die. They were just put in the hospital. They survived somehow.
But the monster that they fought somehow disappeared, and it left a giant wake of devastation. There's a giant hole in the building right next to where it was.
Yeah. What could have happened? And HQ's like, we should send out a call for some investigation to go on.
Yeah, we need to see more about this.
And we cut around the city to a couple other heroes, Lady, some other guys that are like,
Tornado.
Well, I could do that, but I got other stuff to do.
I'd rather just save kittens. That's not dangerous.
But I do like how Tornado is like, I should have gone. I should have done the thing. It's like, well, you could still go if you want. No, I've got other stuff to do. I gotta look at pictures of cats or something. I don't know.
You just come across this building. Like, all these A-class heroes have come across the building that Saitama, destroyed Mugen Konbu at, and they just all assume the monster did it.
The monster living in that area did do it.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. Because then we get a cut from not only the humans talking about how scary Z City is, but we get a cut to the swamps and everything of all of the where monsters live, and they're like, dude, you don't want to mess with Z City.
It's a bad place.
There's monsters there. There's a monster there. You don't want to go there. It's dangerous. You get punched.
Yeah, I like the whole implication here that Saitama has essentially made trouble for himself because he really wants to just have this as a hobby. I do it in my spare time. Mainly, I take it easy. But by getting some free Konbu, he's basically invited all the people who want to prove themselves, monster and human alike, to come to his neck of the woods.
Yeah. And then we get the splash of the title, The Terrifying City. And now we know why, because Saitama's there. He is he is the darkness that lies in the heart of the streets.
Sad. And he doesn't even know.
No, he doesn't. Poor Saitama. He does.
Then we get our end credits. And we come back, and Genos has been busy. He filled all the potholes in the front of the house that were left from before.
Oh, that's good. Good job, Genos.
Yep.
Way to work.
And then we find out that both of their rankings have increased.
That's good.
Their hero rankings have
he
gone
did
up.
defeat Speed of Sound Sonic.
Although Genos, for some reason, has gotten more points for some reason. I wonder how.
Well, because he's so popular. He's still just ranked 17S, but in popularity ranking, he's 3?
Oh, 6. He ranks 6th. Saitama does not like this. He does not like that Genos has a fan club. He's so handsome. I love how he refuses to do interviews. He's so cool.
So cool. You can tell that behind his steely exterior, there's a true sensitive soul.
I like Saitama's reaction. He's like, "You're not embarrassed to read those out loud?"
It's like, no, they're just
awful.
They're just based on like split-second thoughts about my picture.
Yeah, they're fine.
It's like,
okay.
That's what I wanted. That's all I ever wanted.
Next time will be the ultimate disciple.
Ooh. Maybe it'll be Genos' time to shine.
Could be. I don't know of any other disciples. So what was your best of this episode?
Best. Oh, Saitama's final realization that Speed of Sound Sonic was the bad guy.
My best was actually the whole thing with Sonic. I like how that whole scene played out.
It was a good comedic scene.
It had many things, especially Tank Top Tiger. Actually, yeah. I changed my answer to Tank Top Tiger.
He's the best?
He's the best.
Not MVP, but best?
No, best. He's just amazing.
All right.
What's your worst?
Worst. I don't know. This episode's kind of mediocre. It's just kind of filler.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the episode's the worst.
Yeah, the second half of this episode is pretty lame.
Yeah, it's
but
kind of pointless.
It is definitely a setup for later.
Yeah.
Because you got to have some sort of impetus for all the monsters to show up.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh. Who do you have for MVP?
MVP. Spring Mustachio for holding out against Mugen Konbu for as long as he did.
Oh, man, we're 3 for 3. I also have Spring Mustachio.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
For his mustache.
Okay, well, that's a different reason.
I would have liked Golden Ball, but he got beat up pretty quick. So
he did.
He did not really own up to his name.
Yeah.
So, next time, the ultimate disciple.
I'll be excited for that. The little splash screen shows a cool robot, so...
Who could it be?
A giant robot. Genos' final form.
Does he have a final form?
I have
Is
no
it the
idea.
afro?
Ooh, maybe. We know they still have it.
He does have it. He can put it back on anytime he wants. All right. There we go.
Until next time, may all your Konbu be infinite.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. If you'd like to get in touch with us to leave comments or suggest future silly topics, you can contact us on Facebook or Twitter at Aniki Podcast. Or if you'd like to know more about the show and hear past episodes, check out our website at aniki.fm. See you next time on Aniki.